Okay, do you want to start the vlog?
Hi, welcome to Conversations with Chris Tea's Photography.
That's definitely how we started, right? I don't even know if you could have heard that, but anyways, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are taking a quick look at this. This is the Thypoch f1.4 28mm ASPH lens. That's aspherical, aspherical. It's a spherical lens. It's a aspherical lens. Basically, it's just a really beautiful lens. The tricky part about reviewing this for y'all is the fact, whoa, that's windy. The tricky part about reviewing this is the fact that this is a manual focus lens, so I need two hands. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put you over here, we're gonna walk around this scene a little bit, and we're gonna take the photos that you know I love to take, which is of this awesome little bait and feed supply. Sweet. Right now we're at f11 because it's a very bright sunny day, but we will probably change that. I'll show you some stuff from f1.4 that I shot earlier that was really pretty fun, like really nice subject separation in this lens, especially for like a 28mm, it's pretty impressive. But being at f11 is kind of nice because we can essentially focus to infinity, and as long as we're doing some like wider shots, we don't really have to worry about whether or not it's going to be in focus. So that's good. So we're getting the usual shots of the places that we like to photograph, and then we're going to go from there. So we're going to go out here, get a little bit wider, and then we'll head for our little Castle Kilbride walk that we do anytime we get a new lens or a new body, or we just need to be close to home. Another nice thing about this lens is the fact that it does have this really nice little focusing tab here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah. It feels really good. It does allow you to do, maybe not quite like one-handed, but you can get away with it if you needed to, which is nice. So that part's really nice. It just feels really solid. I really like the aperture ring on it too. That's really nice. Let's see here. Let's focus to infinity. So when I focus to infinity, what I pretty much always do is I'll go right to the very end and then I'll back off like a millimeter just to make sure, because sometimes when you focus to infinity, you're actually focusing like past infinity, which doesn't make sense when you say it like that, but it just, your images can be a little soft. So that's what we're doing. So here we are, 28mm Thypoch f, whatever this is, 1.4. Nice. We'll see. We are purposely underexposing by 1/3 of a stop, just to make sure that we are preserving a little bit of the highlights if we can, but we are shooting raw and then we're going to process this. So all the images you're seeing are processed, they're not straight out of camera. And that's just because that's the workflow I feel like doing today. So that's that. Big thanks to Thypoch for actually sending this over. It was a little bit of a journey to get it to me, but they really stepped up because we had some issues with shipping and stuff, and they really made sure they made it happen, which was super awesome of them. I really, really appreciate it. And they are going to also be sending me the 50mm, which I'm super excited about, because basically like 28mm, here I'll turn around so you don't hear so much wind, 28mm and 50mm are my absolute favorite focal lengths to shoot with. If you know me, you know that. And it's funny, when I first got this lens and when they sent it over, before I started using it, I was like, I really like this. I'm not sure that I would use this necessarily in a professional setting super often for the stuff that I shoot, not because you couldn't, but just because shooting manual lens for weddings and stuff can be tough. But I'm really liking how it's feeling. Like it feels really good, and the focusing on it is really nice. I really enjoy the feeling of focusing on it, and it feels, it doesn't have like a huge long throw, so it's not like you are having to work forever to get like minute focus. And that it's really, really easy to get out of focus. It's very, very comfortable. And so, I don't know, maybe it's something, like I'll definitely bring it with me on some wedding days and stuff, because if you watch my last video, something that's really important to me is that no matter what, when I am doing a gear review, I try and bring it with me on a paid shoot so that I can get a sense of how it performs in a situation where things have to perform well. And does it live up to that? And I will say what's nice about this lens is that it really does feel like it will. I'm really not worried about that. I think it's going to be great. So let's head over to Castle Kilbride and we will take a couple of those classic photos that we always take. Oh, also, I put in a vlog last week where I talked about this and I said, we don't photograph this, you know why. Nobody knew why. Everyone was like, why don't you photograph that? Why are you being like that? Really, it's just because, I don't know, everybody photographs train tracks. I'm kind of tired of seeing it. Okay, so we're gonna do one photo at f11, then we're gonna open it all the way up, and we're gonna do a photo at f1.4. This is a 28mm lens, so it's not like I expect to see like a huge amount of difference, but it is fun to do that and kind of see. We're gonna kick it around here, go around this ginkgo tree, and we're gonna take a photo from the side, like we often do. 28mm is actually a really nice focal length to photograph this. Let's start with 1.4. Do 1.4, and then we'll stop down to f11. We'll do the same thing. Sweet, then we're gonna get a little closer. We'll do the same thing at f1.4. Let's check our focus. And at f11. Cool. So, 3 shots. One of my favorite things is actually, here, listen to the sound of the aperture ring. Can you hear that? Oh yeah. I don't know, that sounds really nice to me. Sounds really nice to me. Let's see here. You're gonna have to go down for a minute. That's what we're photographing. My dear friend, who you would know on here as Junior, he will tell you that that's a sort of an accidental Wes Anderson shot. Which, if you don't know, accidental Wes Anderson, I don't know if it started as like an Instagram account or if it was like just a hashtag or something, but basically it's like when you photograph things in the style of Wes Anderson, yeah, it's a cool thing. It's fun. Wes Anderson is a genius. On that note, it's funny, I was talking to somebody about this idea that like Wes Anderson's like a living genius. Like, he really is. He changed the face of filmmaking. Like, he changed how we think about filmmaking and how we look at filmmaking. And it's really easy to like, whatever, you see one of his latest films or whatever come out and you're like, ah, it's just Wes Anderson doing Wes Anderson again. And you can be kind of like cynical about it. But that's sort of like if you were living in the time of like Picasso and you were like, whatever, it's just Picasso. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's just Picasso being Picasso. But like, he did change a lot of modern art, and that's kind of a huge deal. So like, I think we're very lucky to be living in a time where every few years we get to see this like, you know, this person doing their craft so elegantly and beautifully in the way that they do it. Even if you don't love it, even if it's not your thing, to know that they are informing how we look at cinema is very cool. Very cool. We're at f4 here. And we're getting looks. As usual, we're getting looks from people. We love that. We love getting looks. One of our favorite things. Doesn't make us uncomfortable. Let's do a couple of close-up things and see how this performs. Let's look at a cute little flower. Huh? You wait here. Oh, this is gonna be tough to focus. Flowers moving around. Anyways, we're on our way home. Appreciate you checking in. More to come on this lens. This is just our first little walk around, and you will see lots more with this lens over the next 6 weeks while I have it. And then I have to sadly return it to Thypoch and, I don't know, pine for it. Maybe I'll get that 50mm at some point too, and then I can have some fun with that. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.